Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to our Discover Tranont tonight. My name is Benny Martin, and as I mentioned before, I am tuning in from Victoria, BC. And I'm just going to take a minute to introduce my co-host, give a little wave. We have Trent and Michelle, and they're going to be helping out tonight. So tonight we are going to be talking about some impact health products. And if you don't know what we're talking about when we say that, you will by the end of tonight's call. So I'm sitting here because I started taking these products and I had some amazing results in my health. And we're here just to share our own personal experiences, and we're super excited. So I'm just going to pull up my slides and kind of introduce you guys to the company and what we're talking about. And then we're going to do some sharing, and you guys are going to be inspired and excited, and it's going to be amazing. All right. Okay, well, there's me. Oh. And see, the thing I'm not great with is technology, but here we go. Okay, so the company we're talking about tonight is Tranont, and Tranont actually stands for to change life with stealth. And so when we say impact products, that's what we're talking about. People are seeing results and impact. They're often seeing them within the first day. I'm actually going to share at the end of today about a new product that I've been beta testing, and I had measurable results within one day. So when I say impact, that's what we're talking about. Okay, we're just going to let a few more people in here. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so here is our owners, and Trent and I were actually at base camp in Utah with our owners at a cabin, getting to know them, getting to know the story of the company. They are just phenomenal human beings, and we're going to talk in a minute about our 3 pillars. The company has been around for 10 years. If you've not heard of it yet and you're in Canada, we've only been officially around for a year. And our mission is pretty cool. It's to impact 1 billion lives for good in our first 30 years. So I actually have a background in social work. I love making a difference for people. So when I heard this mission, I thought that was pretty cool. We are in 4 different countries and continually expanding. So we're in the US, Canada, India, and now Belgium, and soon to be in the Netherlands. Okay, so we actually have 3 pillars of the company. And the part I love about this is that they're actually 3 of my biggest values. So the first one is health, and that's where we're going to really focus tonight. Then the wealth. So not only do we have health products, we also have some wealth products as well, and a business side of the company. And then the third pillar is community. And this is a pillar that I absolutely love. We have Lift Where You Live events happening in our communities every time we go on trips. So I just love that the company is really all about leaving the world a better place, whether it's by using our products or getting to experience an impact in our community. So we're going to focus on the products first. And so I just wanted to share a little bit about what makes these products unique. Because I'll be honest with you, I started on this collagen, and within 2 weeks, I had some major differences in my health, more than I had a year on a powdered collagen. And so that really had my attention. And so I started researching, why is it that these products are having such an impact? So a few reasons. Our products are based on raw whole foods. So the majority of the supplement industry is based on what we call, oh my goodness, the word is escaping me. Thanks, Trent. You're going to tune in.
Synthetic
Products. Thank you. I had a brain moment. I didn't take my focus today. So synthetic supplements, they are about 95% of the supplement world. Our products are based off raw whole foods. We also have proprietary formulas. So that means that they're unique to us. We use advanced technologies, so the best of the best in the category. We have third-party validation, GMP certification, which I love is on every bottle, and that stands for Good Manufacturing Practice, as well as independent lab testing. But my favorite is the tens and thousands of testimonies we hear of the products working for people. We also have a transparency promise. So all of our products are very clean. They don't have artificial colors, flavors, parabens, phosphates, and everything is gluten-free. So that's a little bit about the quality of the products. We have a variety of different categories of products. So we have core health, we have beauty, we have stamina, we have CBD in the US only, and an oral care line. So there really is something for everyone. And I'd also love for you guys to just drop in the comments if you have a health goal, or if you have a health challenge, throw it in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. So I actually had a moment this week. I started on these products a year ago. The difference in my quality of life from a year ago, and my partner is actually on the line tonight, is it's completely changed. A year ago, I was stressed. I was tired. It was impacting my life to the point where I wasn't able to function a lot of days to be there for my son in the way I wanted to be there. And here I am, it's the start of a school week, and he's in activities. I'm feeling energetic. I'm taking on other responsibilities in the school. My life is not the same it was a year ago. So we're gonna get to hear about a few of the products and how they've changed some people's lives. And I'm gonna pass it over first to Trent. So Trent is my partner. And a year ago, I had started the collagen and I was on a call just like this. And I heard some stories and I said, will you try this product? I think it's gonna make a difference. So he's gonna share with you the product and how it made a difference.
Yeah, thanks, Benny. It did make a difference. Like, this is just amazing. And what Benny talked about with the whole raw foods, I love all the products here, but my favorite one by far is the enriched digestive enzymes. It's got 11 different digestive enzymes and a stabilized pre and probiotic. So as we age, we start losing digestive enzymes in our body, so we can't digest food as well. So these can help supplement. And what my story is I used to get heartburn pretty much every meal I had, especially dinner, because it's a heavier meal with, pasta sauce, meats, and all that kind of stuff. And we heard about the digestive enzymes, and Benny'd already taken some of the products. And within about a week, maybe a week and a half, Benny actually noticed it first. She said, "You haven't reached for Tums in like a week." And I was like, "Oh, wow, that's true." So it just got rid of all my heartburn. So one thing I want to do though is I want to do a little science experiment with you. So we've got a pudding pack. So when we eat raw foods, they have digestive enzymes, but anything cooked or processed, they don't have digestive enzymes in them, so they don't really break down properly in your body. So as you can see, we've got a pudding pack here, and it's thick, like it doesn't pour out at all. And we're going to take a couple of these enzymes here. Oh, whoops. Sorry about that, a little slippery. Oh, wow. Bear with me here. So what this is going to do, it's going to help break down all the cooked and processed foods in your body. And within a couple minutes here, this is going to break down to liquid, and it's going to be amazing.
While you're stirring that, maybe I'll just share a couple of our friends that have just recently shared with us what the digestive enzymes have done for them. So digestion is the cornerstone of your health. Has everybody heard of the gut-brain axis? Put your hand up if you've heard of gut-brain axis. So your gut is your second brain. It can be responsible for things like your hormone health, your digestion system, mental health, hormone health, lots of different things. So we've had a couple of friends recently. One friend in particular has been hearing Trent's story and finally contacted me a couple weeks ago and said, okay, I've been on a digestive enzyme. It hasn't been working. I'm going to give yours a try. And so I left some out on the porch. She came and got it, took 2 digestive enzymes before she ate, went to bed, waited for the heartburn and indigestion, and it never came. And she messaged me right away and she said, wow, I can't believe that. So that for me just shows the difference in quality. She was on another high quality digestive enzyme before that. And remember, this has a stabilized pre and probiotic. So it's going to help eliminate anything that you don't need. And then the pre and probiotic is going to help with the gut health as well. And another friend of ours, Chantel, and a few people we know now, she had low iron. And so the digestive enzymes are also going to help break down the food so you can absorb the nutrients. So our soil quality is not the same. Our food choices aren't the same. So getting all those nutrients from your food. So she was on the digestive enzymes and her doctor said, you need to have iron transfusions. Your iron levels are low. And she said, give me a couple months. And so she went on the digestive enzymes, went for testing of blood work, got her results back, and her doctor said, whatever you're doing is working. Your iron levels are going way up and you don't need iron transfusions. So that just goes to show that she's actually getting those nutrients from what she's eating. So I can right now see how it's bubbling and liquefying. Trent, do you want to pass it
Oh, it's
back?
just amazing. Oh yeah. So this has been what, about a minute and a half? And I'm just going to pour this into a glass here. And like, that just blows me away. I've been doing this for like a year and it blows me away every time. I'm going to do it one more time. And I know what you're thinking. Is it going to come out like that? No, it's not. So what it's going to do, it's going to break down your food into the smallest molecules so your body can actually absorb the nutrients and you're going to get everything out of your food. And it's going to make you feel better, as there's so much of your health and your wellness starts in the gut. Your hormone health, your mental health, your immune system, it all starts with your gut. So this product has been unbelievable for me. I have more energy, my skin's better. I just feel better all around.
I love it. And I just love that these products have impacted so many of my loved ones, including Trent. The products, as we mentioned before, they are from raw whole foods. So this is one I give my kiddo who's 8 years old often. If he has a tummy ache or if he's just feeling not great, I mix it up in a little juice or water and put it in a shot glass, and he calls it the magic juice because he takes it and he usually feels much better. So thank you so much. That was amazing, Trent. Next, we're going to talk about my favorite product, and that is our Glow Liquid Collagen. So as I mentioned before, I started this collagen a year ago, not expecting anything profound. And after 2 weeks, or even sooner than that, I started to notice a difference. So I had plantar fasciitis for 1 week, Trent says. So oftentimes other people notice it before you do. So I had plantar fasciitis for about 8 years, could never get rid of it. I also had hip pain that Trent can attest that I would complain about all the time. And within a couple weeks, the pain was almost gone. And now it's been a year and I feel fantastic. I've never been this long without pain in my body. My skin is great. I, believe it or not, could not grow my hair. And as you can see, that's no longer an issue. And I call the collagen the gift that keeps on giving, because I continually notice amazing things that are happening with my body. So I'm going to introduce a good friend of mine, Michelle, who's going to talk about the collagen and introduce a guest that she has on tonight to share a little bit more. Michelle, I adore you. You are just a joy to work with. I'm going to pass it over to you.
Thank you, Benny. I really appreciate it. So I've not really shared about the collagen before, and I will admit I'm a little nervous, just a few months into the company, but that's okay. We're all learning. And what I've learned so far is amazing, absolutely amazing. So just a few little statistics or facts about collagen in general that I've learned is that it is the most abundant protein in our body. I had no idea. I thought collagen was just to make you look pretty, which really, I figured I was far beyond that. Anyway, collagen makes up 30% of our body's protein and 70% of the protein in our skin, which is why as we age, we lose collagen actually by our late 20s, we start losing it at about 1% per year. So make no wonder when you get to 50-ish, you start getting some wrinkles. You're losing collagen because there's 70% of the protein in your skin is collagen. And if you're losing it at 1% a year, obviously you are gonna see it in your skin. And 80% of the protein in our bones is made up of collagen. So if at 50 years old, we've lost 30% approximately of our collagen, and at 70, we've lost 50%, it explains a lot of why people are showing their age and feeling their age. What sets our collagen apart, our Glow Liquid Collagen, is it has 10% protein, 11 grams of collagen peptides, which the collagen peptides are the smallest molecule of collagen, making it very absorbable. Our collagen is about 90% absorbable. And as Benny was saying, she tried lots of different collagens before, powdered collagens, and they're about, at best, 30% absorption. So when you look at, I'm an accountant, and when you look at the finances of that and how much of the powdered collagen you'd have to take, if you could take that much to actually have the same results, that's a lot of collagen compared to our collagen. So on a personal note, I started taking the collagen for some joint pain. I'm a crocheter. And I don't know if anybody knows about trigger finger, but my middle finger would stick down like this. And I would have to lift it up, lift it. I couldn't just do this, which I can do now because I'm taking collagen. So it's worked for what I hoped it would work for. And all the more it has, it has made such a difference for me in my everyday. I had psoriasis so terribly bad in my head, so bad that I wouldn't be wearing a black shirt like I am now, let me tell you that, because I would have to constantly check that I wasn't covered everywhere in my head, besides the fact of how it felt, itchy and sore and everything else. It was embarrassing. I had everybody around me checking all the time to make sure it wasn't in my hair. You couldn't see it. After my maybe 1 month on the Glow Collagen, I have no psoriasis. No, none. I know it's not cured. There's not a cure, but man, oh man, I've taken a lot of ointments and creams and done a lot of things over the years, and nothing has healed it the way it is right now. There's nothing there. It's amazing. Anyway, enough about me. I want to introduce my guest, who, if you think I'm nervous, she's really nervous. So give it up for my mom, Bonnie, who's on here tonight, who's a new associate, and she's loving the collagen. So I'm going to bring her on and see if she can tell us a little bit about what she loves the most about it. So, Mom, AKA Bonnie, would you like to share?
Well, I started taking collagen to see if it would help my joints. And to my amazement, it is bringing lots of new growth in my hair. I've always been self-conscious. My hair is so thin on top. And about 3 weeks in, I was feeling my hair lightly, my scalp, and I could feel all these little bristly things. And I thought, like when you get a perm and they burn your hair, you know? Anyway, oh, you guys aren't old now. Anyway, and so now I can't stop. I'm constantly feel all over my head. I have this new hair. So I went to the hairdresser and she washed my hair, and I told her about the collagen, and I said, I have all new hair. She said, I was going to ask you if you were cutting your hair, because she could see all the new growth of hair. So that's very exciting to me. My son's on collagen, and patience is not his virtue. So when I try to get him to feel where on the crown of his head is thinning, and I said to him the other night, he was here, and I said, well, I feel it, all the new hair coming in. I can't feel it, and because he doesn't have the patience. But anyway, so that's two of us that the hair is growing, and I couldn't be more thrilled.
Oh
Thank
my
you
goodness,
so
I love that.
much.
Oh my goodness. Anything else you wanted to add, Michelle?
No, that's everything. Thank you,
Oh my
Mom.
goodness. So there is a reason that collagen is our current #1 bestseller. I love this collagen. It literally is something I would not go a day without. I know Charlotte, a good friend of ours, is on, and like most people in the summer, sometimes we get out of routine, and we were on a call the other day, and she was sharing that she kind of stopped taking collagen with summer and busyness, and that she was noticing her hands were starting to hurt again. So sometimes we don't notice until we stop something how good or how much it was doing. So I have to tell you that my mom, I got her to try the collagen, and she tried it for a month, went down to Arizona, and she's very active, was biking. And she called me from Arizona and said, can you send me more of that collagen? I've been off it a few weeks and my hip pain has come back, and I am putting 2 and 2 together. And then this spring, they went on a bike trip to France with those little pannier bike bags on the side. And she took a picture holding her collagen. Of all the things she brought in her panniers, she brought the liquid collagen. So this stuff is amazing. The last product we're going to talk about tonight is one of my other favorites. This is our nootropic, and we have it in 2 different flavors. We have a Mojo and a Zest. So if you're on the call, please throw in the comments what team you're on, Mojo or Zest. I'm on Team Mojo. So I was a coffee drinker. I know I shared a little before that I'm not the same person I was a year ago. One of the main reasons was I was tired. My son would come home from school and I would just want to fall asleep. I was having panic attacks, and I thought, what could a nootropic coffee really do for me? Well, the very first time I had this coffee, I cleaned my office for the first time in 2 years, and I thought I would never, ever stop drinking coffee. I would go to the coffee shop with the roasted beans down the street, and I never go for coffee because this stuff is like magic. Maverick was home sick today, and he said, I'm feeling sick, but surprisingly energetic. Like I've had caffeine like Mojo. And I said, how do you know what Mojo is like? And he's like, well, because I see you and you have all this energy. So if your kids notice, it means something. So this is our Mojo. We have a sister product called Zest. It comes in a roasted peach and a vanilla lavender. I forgot to mention the Mojo also comes in chocolate. If you're a chocolate lover, clearly I'm a coffee lover. And the Mojo and the nootropics are going to help with 3 things. So the first thing it's going to help with is sustained energy. So you're not going to get the same crash you would with coffee. You're going to get this sustained energy. Who here wants more energy? I think every person I know. Hi, Andy. The second thing it's going to help you with is your mood. So it's actually going to help fire up your happy hormones, your serotonin and your dopamine. So you're going to get a boost of those happy hormones. I know it's given me more patience. It's given me sort of more of a chipper outlook on things. And it's just been, some people call it a hug and a mug. The third thing it's going to help is with your metabolism and burning fat. So if you could swap coffee for something that is a functional coffee or a hot chocolate or your Gatorade or energy drink, with something like that, this has just made a huge impact in my life. And then we were saying before, it is the gift that keeps on giving, because this has also made a difference for my son's father, who struggles with depression, bipolar, and social anxiety. So I gave him the products after hearing Michelle's story. And I might cry a little bit. You guys, I'm a feeler, I'm a crier. And I said, you know, this has made a huge difference in some people's lives. Would you give this a try? And he was on the Zest, because he doesn't drink coffee, and a product we have called Focus, which is lion's mane mushroom and B vitamins. And within the day one, he sent me a selfie from work smiling. I have not seen him smile in years. And he said his coworkers are asking why he's so happy today. So I'm going to bring Michelle back to share about her story. And this is why we share. Michelle sharing had me reach out and make a difference for one of my family members. So thank you, Michelle.
Hi, me again. Okay, this is a tough one, but important, because like Benny said, if we don't share, then others don't learn what incredible products we have and what amazing things they can do for us and our family and friends. So Char's on here. Hi, Char. I guess it was probably in April, I started watching what she was posting about Tranont products and just learning, listening quietly, not really thinking about buying anything or becoming an associate, to be honest, just interested because I love her and her energy. I love her and her energy. So one day I heard lots of things, and I heard some different things about what Mojo and Zest could do and a couple of the other products. So one day, my daughter, who I like to say has graciously agreed for me to share this story. So she's 25. She has dealt with pretty much debilitating anxiety since grade 1. And without getting into a lot of the details of that, she struggles every single day. And she was finally on a medication that was helping a little bit. And she went to the doctor one day, and the doctor said she wouldn't renew it because it's addictive and she's 25 and it made her too nervous. And, you know, I'm not blaming the doctor. However, that left my child call me from her car when she left the doctor's office and said, "Mom, I don't think I can do this." And I knew what she meant. And because just to get up and get ready for work and get to work was more than most of us emotionally have to deal with in a day. And the thought of not having any help with that was more than she could manage. So I said, "Victoria, I have been watching Charlotte about some new all natural supplements that she has selling. Would you try them to see if they'll help? Would you give it a try?" And she said, "I'll try anything." I literally messaged Charlotte immediately. She lives up the road from me. She drove them down to me, which was Zest and Focus. And I got them to Victoria immediately. And, I think it was a Tuesday. And within a couple of days, she called. I have to back up. Every day on her way home from work, she calls me while she's driving home. And within a few days, she called me and was upbeat. She wasn't down. She wasn't negative, complaining about the day. My mom's on here and she knows exactly what I'm talking about. She didn't have anything. She didn't complain about anything. At all. And I didn't say anything. And I think I told Mom, I said, Mom, I talked to Victoria and like she was, she sounded good. So then I said to her, you're taking the products. Yeah. Promise me you'll keep taking them. We'll see what happens. Come the next week. We had a meeting for our Eastern Star group that Mom and her and Victoria and I belong to. And people at the meeting, which makes me think of your ex-husband, Benny, people at the meeting were saying, oh, Victoria, you're in a good mood tonight and things like that. She was smiling while sitting in her seat, smiling. Now, for anybody who hasn't had to deal with a loved one who this is a big deal for, I'm really happy for you. But for somebody who seeing their child smile and feel, it's just amazing. It's amazing. And she's been on them ever since, and it's helped her drastically. She used to vomit 80 to 90% of the time before she went to work in the morning, and has not since day one on the Zest and Focus. Not since day one. This isn't a very nice mama thing to say, but she's pleasant to be around. Hey, Mom. Yeah, Mom's nodding. Anyway, just absolutely wonderful.
Oh my goodness. I just love that story. And this once again shows just the ripple effect of sharing. So Shar, who's our really good friend, give a wave, was sharing and made a difference for Michelle, who made a difference for me, Amanda on here as well, because I have just started my son on focus. So he's been having some focus challenges at school, and I've been stirring it in yogurt. And yeah, he's agreeable to taking it this year. So I also have to share that I got a text message. I shared it with Trent on the weekend from his dad. And he said that their relationship, him and his sons, is the best they've ever had, that they laugh together. He can be patient with him. And he loves being his dad. And once again, for those of you who have not had family members who you've been on the crisis line and various things before, this is not the normal text message I get from him. So it's just made a huge difference. So thank you once again for sharing. While I wipe my tears, because that was a good one, I'm going to introduce my friend, Jen Laurie. Jen is an amazing leader here at Tranont. She is also in the holistic health space. So I'm going to get her to jump on and just share why she loves these products from sort of her perspective of the natural health world. Jen, are you there?
I am. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Thanks, Benny, so much for asking me to share. I know, again, like you said, it's the sharing of the stories that really makes a difference in people's lives. So thank you for having me on to share my knowledge of just to explain a little bit about what makes this different, why we're having these kinds of results. And Michelle, thank you so much for sharing your story. I want to ask you a question because I just want to know whether or not we can share your story or your daughter's story, not necessarily publicly, but if we know someone who is struggling, can we have your permission to just share that little clip of what you shared?
Yes, absolutely. I did get her permission before sharing it, and she thought about where she was that day in her thoughts and how far she's come. And she's only too happy to share.
Okay. Okay, great. Because I have a few people who I want to send it to. So thank you.
Sure.
Okay, so what makes it different? Okay, so Benny talked a little bit about not having synthetics. Michelle talked about like whole natural ingredients. Why is this so important? The reason why is because our body doesn't recognize a synthetic ingredient, therefore it cannot utilize it in the same way. Does it utilize it a little bit? Perhaps, but it is not the same as getting a supplement that is whole food with zero synthetics. Our body's able to utilize it, access it. The other really cool thing about Tranont supplements that is unique to Tranont is that every single supplement has an enzymatic delivery system. What that means is that your body is able to break down the nutrients to access the nutrients. So that is a really important feature that we don't see in other brands, which is why you can't just go to a drugstore and buy a B vitamin complex and get the same results. Your body is not able to access it. It's not going to be deep rooted. It's not going to have such dramatic effects. The other piece of this is the herbal formulation that is included in the focus. That herbal formulation just interacts with all the things so that it gives you that performance, that higher level performance of the supplement. There's also chelated minerals in it that is actually necessary for the body to be able to absorb the B vitamins. So most of us are walking around depleted in nutrients like vitamins and minerals. So if the body doesn't have those minerals accessible to it, it can't actually absorb those B vitamins. So we have it in there. So such smart formulations, specific so that if the body is depleted, it has everything it needs to have in it so the body can utilize the nutrients. So that is just a little snippet of what makes these so different, why we're seeing such transformational health stories come out of the use of them. This is a big piece of the puzzle there for you.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Jen. I learn something from Jen every single time. And that's what I love about this business is it's continually learning as we go, learning as we grow. So thank you everyone for coming. We're going to share some before and after photos that really show how the products work. But first, I want to hear from you. Out of all of those products we talked about tonight, the enriched digestive enzyme, the glow collagen, we talked about the zest and the focus. Which one kind of jumped out at you or would you be most curious about? Throw it in the comments. I'm going to share my screen here. So we chatted a little bit before about the differences in your body. Well, once again, here I go with my, there we go. So I'm going to show you some photos. This is actually Jen right here in the middle. And one of the things every time I see Jen on a call is how much younger she's looking. So I know that Michelle was talking about what it's done for her joints and her hands, but a side effect is you start looking younger. So here on the left is our good friend Candace, who started taking it, has noticed a huge change with the glow in her hormone health, but also her rosacea. This is me here on the right wearing one of my favorite tank tops that says Mamacita needs a margarita. And I put it on and I could no longer read the words because my hair had grown so much. And I could not grow my hair for 3 years. It just would not grow. So that is some of the before and after pictures of the glow. This is our friend Krista, who you can really see it, just the inflammation in her face, as well as her hair growth, like Bonnie was sharing about. This is my good friend Leslie. I was just talking to her today. 1 month on the glow and she called me in tears because she couldn't find her varicose veins. So they went subdermal, and that is a family challenge that they've had with surgeries and things like that. So she was over the moon. So how can you get your hands on these products? There's two different ways to get your hands on the products. So Michelle was sharing that, she contacted Shar for her daughter to get some products, and then she decided to become an associate. So I always recommend to everyone to order the products as an associate, although you can also order as a customer. So the main difference is, as an associate, you get a website, and you also get discount coupons so that you can share your website with people who are interested. That's the main difference. Although there's 7 other different ways to earn, including incentive trips, a Jeep program, team bonuses, and many more things. We'll touch upon that. So I just want you to think for a minute. I mean, we've heard Michelle's story that had me try the products and the ripple effect that that's had. So let's just think about the last fantastic restaurant you ate at, right? Or the last Netflix show you've been binging on. Trent and I are watching The Lincoln Lawyer. We recommend it. Now, if you go watch The Lincoln Lawyer, we unfortunately do not get a referral or a kickback from you guys taking our referral and our recommendation. So that is the power of social selling. And what this can do is really give some people some financial breathing room. And there, as I was mentioning before, there are 7 different ways. So I was mentioning my life does not look the same way it did a year ago. My financial situation looks nothing like it did a year ago. So last year, this time, I actually had to pull my son out of activities. He was in karate. It was just too much a month for me as a single parent. This year, he's in soccer. He's in tutoring 4 days a week. He's in swim club. I was able to pay for all of those with cash from my business. It has made such a huge difference in my life. So having that residual income and that extra financial breathing room. So if you're someone who could use some financial breathing room, put financial breathing room in the comments. In this economy, I don't know a single person who is not looking for an additional revenue stream. So another bonus to, we're going to talk about that in a second. Another bonus to becoming an associate is you get an access to some bundles and some products, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. The other reason why becoming an associate right now is really good timing is we are about to release a brand new product. And I actually flew down to Utah in August to beta test, get my hands on this product. I was telling Trent I only have 7 left, and I am counting the days until I get a new bottle. So I'm just going to move the slide forward here. We are launching a brand new product. We will be releasing it for the pre-launch September 22nd. And it is the first of its kind in the health space. There has been over a decade of research. We heard Jen talk about the formulations and what makes our products unique. This is perhaps one of the most unique products we're going to have. And they are predicting that it is going to become the #1 bestseller within 90 days after it's launched. Now, I'm telling you, I would not live without my Glow Collagen. So when they said it's going to become the #1 bestseller over our Glow Collagen, it had my attention. We have exclusivity rights, which means that nobody else has the rights to this product. And we've been told we're about 2 years ahead of the market on this product. And there are measurable results. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, I had measurable results with this product day 1 that blew my mind. And it also solves multiple health issues. So that right there is enough for me to know a good business opportunity when it comes. So that is coming. So if you want to be one of the first to know, we are going to be having a VIP list coming out on September 22nd. So put VIP in the comments if you want to be one of the first to know what the product is. I'll be able to share more about my experience then. Until then, I've signed an NDA, which is a non-disclosure agreement, so I can't tell you guys any more. So the next thing I wanted to just share was the different bundles. If you decide to get started as an associate, you can get a different bundle or a pack. And my favorite is the platinum. It's the one I suggest to everyone. You get your hands on a variety of products to try. And it's my only regret of starting the business is that I did not get the platinum pack. I got one of the smaller ones, and you can only get it once, and it has the best discount, and then also discount codes that you can get people who want to try the products. So I'm just going to leave this up here. These are the 7 different ways to earn. We have the customer sharing bonuses, the launch bonuses, a 10 and 3 bonus, a Jeep bonus, team bonuses, trailblazers, and maximizers. And I'm going to bring Trent and Michelle back to just share quickly your favorite part of the business. Trent, do you want to go first?
Sure, I'll go first. I mean, one of my favorite parts is the Jeep, like unbelievable. So we started the business in December, and right before Christmas, I had an old Jeep and I crashed it. And so I had to get a new one, and it just worked out perfectly. I just hit Jade, so I was able to get the Jeep bonus. So I bought a Jeep, and now I'm driving a fairly new Jeep, and I love it. It's my favorite vehicle I've ever had, and it's really cool. And my other favorite part about this is I'm a single dad, as Benny mentioned. Like, being a single dad with 3 kids, sometimes finances are tough. So having that little bit of extra income every month to pay the bills, put gas in the car. Last summer, Benny was saying she was having troubles with paying for karate and stuff. And oftentimes on dates, we were like, "Oh, who's paying for gas this time? Can we take your car? Can we take my car?" And so fast forward a year later, and it's just so much better. And oh yeah, it's just really cool. And life is just so much better with the extra income coming in. So
The other thing I'll add to that is last fall, even though we had 0 money, we were very broke. I told Trent to get a passport. And he did not mention, but he has used that passport more times since starting the business than he has traveled in the past 10 years. So to say our life does not look the same way as it did a year ago is pretty phenomenal. We're about to go to Vegas. We've been to Mexico. We've been to Utah. We were in a helicopter. Like, date night looks a little different. Hey?
yeah.
Michelle, do you want to share your favorite part of the business?
Sure. I just want to say a couple of things. Everybody decides to go into the business for a different reason. My initial reason was just to maybe pay for the products. It wasn't very long. Within the first month, I just literally fell in love with the mission, the products, the people, the culture, everything just fell right in line for me. And everybody wants to do it for a different reason. Everybody has different financial goals. For me, it's more of a personal thing. We agreed when Victoria was little that I would stay home with her. I left my accounting career and stayed home with her and helped her through so that she finished university, all the schooling, and has thrived in all her activities. And it was a long journey. She needed me there. So that set us back to a little bit for where we wanted to be in retirement. So I saw this as a great opportunity to maybe help with that a little bit. Now, it was scary because I'm an accountant and I've never done anything like this before at all. And I am so far from from a sales person that you'd ever find. But I do believe so deeply in the products that it is not difficult at all. In fact, so I bought my first products in May, and in June, I thought about trying to make a go of it. And in July, I hit number 3 on the list, the launch bonus, or sorry, the 10 and 3 bonus, which was $1,280. And in July, I don't mind sharing, along with the commissions I got on top of the bonus, I had got $2,900 in the month of July, which encouraged me to keep on going. So in August, I actually reached the rank of Jade. So I just want to say, if I can do it, honestly, anybody can do it. That's all.
Oh my gosh, I love it. And I am so proud of you, Michelle. You have, as I mentioned before, you have been so much fun to work with. So thank you for being part of our team. And I'm just going to share one of my favorite things, and I'm just going to move here, is also the Jeep. So here is Trent and I. We went from not being able to pay gas to driving new to us Jeeps. Here's Jen with her Jeep, Candace with Jeeps. So that's pretty amazing. And you guys, these are all team members that we've helped have Jeeps. And many of these on here are single parents like Trent and I, which I was actually driving my car today and I turned on the steering wheel warmer. And I can remember Trent texted me right after he got his Jeep and he said, you know what I love almost more than you? And I was like, what is this? And he said, my heated steering wheel. So I'm excited for fall because I have a heated seat and a steering wheel, which I've never had before. This is the nicest car I've ever had, which is amazing. Then
Benny,
yes.
Sorry. Do you mind if I just say one quick thing about the Jeep? It's
Yes.
funny. So the other thing the Jeep can do, which it's doing in my case, is having my husband motivated to help me with the business because he wants a Jeep. So he's got me in touch and some good things lined up. I'm going to do a presentation for his board of directors and for his staff and lunch and learn and some things like that. And some of his golf buddies, he's getting on some of the products, all because he wants the Jeep.
Oh my goodness. Well, let us know if you need any help with that. Once again, sharing is caring. Candace LaCharity is one of our good friends we met in Mexico. Her husband, Troy, loves Optimize. We didn't talk about it today. He loves Optimize. It's helped him with his golf game. So, and then you've also led into my favorite part of the business, which is that you can actually build 2 positions. So we started out and right away, Trent signed up. So if you are in the business and you don't yet have a family member, that's the first thing you want to do is sign up a family member because you can build 2 positions. I've never seen this in the industry before. So I reached the Emerald position in less than 5 months here at Tranont. And you can see the base pay of that position is over $11,000 a month. But not only that, we were able to build Trent a position of Ruby, which is over $2,000 a month within our first 5 months of business. So it has made a huge difference. And that is one of my favorite parts of the business, as well as getting to work with so many amazing people. And I can't wait to meet many of them in Vegas in a few weeks. So I just want to thank everyone for coming tonight. I'm going to stop the recording. If you have any questions, please get in touch. If you heard a story tonight that you would love to pass on and share, please let us know and we'll get you the recording. So thank you, everyone. And I'm going to just stop the recording, but you can ask any questions. Just give me 1 second.